day, Ateneans. Good day, Davao. Come with us as we dive into Mindanaoans' hot topics. Mindanaoans, sit back, relax, and listen attentively.
I am Deng.
And I am Beng.
And this is the DengBeng Podcast. Did you know that Mindanao is called the land of promise for its natural resources and biodiversity? However, as years pass, our forests are rapidly losing its trees, which greatly affect our biodiversity, a home to many species. One of the most common reasons of this phenomenon is the illegal logging and land conversion.
Oh, is that so then? As Mindanaoans, we are responsible for our home. Well, I believe that when we steal from our nature, we also steal from our future. Let's be honest, illegal logging is an issue that is difficult to solve. It might take decades for this to be fixed in our country. Today, with us are four astounding guest speakers that will give their insight regarding on the topic of deforestation. First guest, we have the pretty and inspiring, or should I say,
Really inspiring,
𝙏𝙃𝙀, our environmental advocate.
Then, we have our ever dedicated government representative, Ms. Jana Pasaol.
Now, we have our youth activists ready to take action, Ms. 𝗁𝙃𝙀.
Last but not the least, the union-coded community leader, Ms. 𝗏𝙀 Imam.
So here we have our environmental advocate, 𝙏𝙃𝙀.
I am 𝙏𝙃𝙀. Thanks for having me, Deng and Beng. I'm really excited to be here. A cliché of environmental advocates that we really love the nature, anything green, and that applies to me. Ever since I was a kid, I've always loved the forestry, especially here in Mindanao. I've always been passionate about that, and a quote just stuck with me because of that the forest is about life, and it's not all about trees. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, 𝙏𝙃𝙀. Then we have our next guest speaker, a government representative, Ms. Jana Pasaol.
So hello everyone, thank you for inviting me today as your podcast. So my name is Jana. I am a local government representative. So today I am going to tell you and sharing you about the public safety and environmental protection in our issues and effect of deforestation in our communities.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Ms. Jana. On to our next speaker, we have our young activist, Ms. 𝗁𝙃𝙀.
Hi everyone, I am 𝗁𝙃𝙀 and I'm a youth activist from Davao. I've been working with environmental groups for a few years now, and honestly, seeing our forest firsthand has been eye-opening. That is why I'm really passionate about this issue, because it's not just about saving trees, it's about saving the future.
Last but not the least, our union-coded community leader, Ms. 𝗏𝙀 Imam.
Hello everyone, I am a community leader here in Mindanao. My name is 𝗏𝙀 and I am here today to tell you about my experience with the effects of deforestation in my community, and I also want to advocate to all the people and conserve our environment for the future generations.
Thank you, Ms. 𝗏𝙀. ELAY. Listen as we explored the home of all species, our forest.
Hey, what's that sound? Did you hear that, Deng? Oh, maybe it's the Pull Your Thoughts segment. Now, let's look into the global context of our issue. So, 𝙏𝙃𝙀, tell me how much forest cover has been lost globally, and why deforestation continues despite efforts.
Yeah, so globally, 31% of forest covers the entire land, and about 38% of it has been lost globally since the 90s. And the same part of it is that imagine losing like 1 million hectares every year. And the worst part of it is that all of the loss has been primarily forests, which are the untouched ones that are nearly impossible to bring back.
I see, but why is this still happening even with all the environmental campaigns and policies?
It's all about short-term money.
Sige, sabi ka sa question ako. Go na? I see, but why is this still happening even with all the environmental...
Wait lang. Like,
Ay, wala pa rin, no?
dili. Hatag lang sa'yo.
Okay. I see. But why is this still happening even with all the environmental campaigns and policies?
It's all about short-term money, really. Illegal logging and land conversion bring in quick cash, so it's hard to convince governments and local businesses to stop. Enforcement is weak. Even if there are laws in place, illegal logging still happens because the penalties are so light that it's just easy to get away with.
Oh my god, that's really a lot of forests that are lost globally. Now, let's move into the Philippine context, shall we?
As we may all know, illegal logging involves in unauthorized cutting and transporting trees from protected forests. In our country's context, the Philippines, known for its natural resources, is facing a severe crisis due to illegal logging. During all of these events, what did the government do?
Well, in this case, deforestation in the Philippines, some human activities has been successfully planting trees in the area, but not effective. I do admit that the organization does lack reinforcement in this area.
I have a follow-up question. What about the socio-economic impact of deforestation on local communities?
Well, in this matter, about the impact of economic deforestation on local communities are the impact of deforestation lead lost livelihoods for local ecosystem that we all know many people it depends forest resources like fruits, foods, and medicines and many more.
Thank you, Miss Jana, for that wonderful insight. Now, Deng, you mentioned about Mindanao as the land of promise. What about Mindanao? What is its condition knowing that Mindanao has a lot of climbing forests? Do you believe that this would protect them from the overall issue of deforestation?
Once lush and green, Mindanao's forests were a vital part of the ecosystem, providing shelter for wildlife and regulating the climate. But years of logging, illegal mining, and agriculture have stripped away these forests. This rapid deforestation has led to rising water levels and severe flooding. Without these trees to absorb rainwater, floods become more intense, overwhelming communities and damaging infrastructures.
This issue has made a very negative impact on my communities and many other communities, affecting our livelihoods, biodiversity, and access to essential resources. If deforestation continues, future generation will face harsh environmental condition, food insecurity, and loss of vital ecosystems.
Oh, that's very sad. Do you want to add any more about deforestation in Mindanao?
Yeah, I want to add how illegal logging still continues, and this is a very big problem in the Philippines, especially in Mindanao because of weak law enforcement and high demand of timber. And many remote forest areas are not well protected, and many loggers cut down trees illegally there. Some people also turn to illegal logging for income, leading to more deforestation and damage to the environment.
So how are the communities coping with these challenges? What's this white thing in your head, Deng?
Who's that?
Oh, it's a question! Miss Zane, do you mind if I ask you one?
Sure.
Okay. Do you think the government is doing enough to stop deforestation in the Philippines? Why? Why no?
To be honest, no. Well, the policies are there, but they're not being enforced properly. We need better monitoring or stricter penalties for illegal logging and real support for local communities who practices sustainable agriculture. So until the government makes this a true priority, not just a talking point, then nothing will change.
Thank you for that answer, Zane.
Hey, Deng, you also have something in your hair. Oh, it's another question for you, Miss Nasha. So it's not technically a question. You have to create a slogan for a deforestation awareness campaign in under 10 seconds.
10,
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I have an answer now. So, plant more, cut less, and get ready for change.
Yay!
Nice.
Slay! Man, there's another white piece of paper in your head.
Another one? Really?
Oh, another question! And this question is for, drumroll please, Miss Jana! So, Miss Jana, your question is, what's the most shocking thing you've seen or experienced related to deforestation in Mindanao?
Well, thank you for the wonderful question, and it's very interesting. Well, as part of local government worker, it's shocking, of course, because not all people not participate in the rules that we provide, the public safety and maintenance in our community here in the Mindanao.
Thank you for that, Miss Jana.
Oh, dang, there's another paper in your hair.
Again?
Oh, another question. This is for our environmental advocate, 𝗃𝘅. If you were the president of the Philippines for a day, what's the first executive order you'd sign to combat deforestation?
Oh, it's easy. I'd put a nationwide logging on all forests, all primary forests. And I'd increase the fundings for forest rangers and create a community-led reforestation programs. And in that way, no one would cut illegally again. Thank you.
Thank you for this wonderful answer, Ma'am 𝗃𝘅.
And that's the end of our game. Just like what Miss Nasha said, plant more, cut less, let us protect our environment.
Now, for our last and final segment, our call to action. So, guest speakers, what would you do about this? First off, Ms. 𝗃𝘅.
So, we need to make environmental laws tougher and actually follow through with them. Like if someone's caught logging illegally, they need to face real consequences. But more than that, we need to educate people why forest matters, and if we don't care, nothing's gonna change.
What about you, Ms. Jana?
Well, as a local government participants, we will need to teamwork and help each other to get better future or natures that cause loss deforestation. We help each other to planting and doing cleaning our communities and also for our forests and communities. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jana.
What about you, Miss Nasha?
As humans, we all need to unite by taking small steps for a better nature and future. As humans, we are the primary cause of deforestation. We must take action, plant, reduce, reuse, recycle, and join environmental efforts.
Thank you. How about you, Miss Zane?
You know, youth voices are powerful. We're the ones who face the consequences of inaction. So we need to get involved, speak up, join environmental groups, push for stronger laws, and hold leaders accountable. If we don't fight for our future, who will?
Thank you for that, Miss Zane. That is right. We really do need to fight for our forests, our future. We will start with taking action, then raising awareness to strengthen the enforcement of environmental laws.
Let us fight for our future!
Thank you, environmental advocate Ms. 𝗃𝘅, local government representative Ms. Jana, community leader Miss Nasha, and youth activist Miss Jane.
Once again, I am Deng.
And I am Deng.
And this is the DengBeng Podcast. Bye!